What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Palantir Technologies with the ticker symbol PLTR. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. Last time I looked at Palantir was back on December 7th, so that was right over here after the market close on this green candlestick. You can see the market open on Monday. Traded up to the 80.91 level, sold off all the way down to the 67.98, and then price has recovered since then, and the uptrend is still very strong. So where is it headed? We don't have any reference on the left side of the chart at this price level. You can see that price is above the prior high right back over here in February of 2021. So we don't have a reference of what level it can get rejected at or where it's headed. So we have to use a measure move target. These are highly reliable. Why? Because if the prior leg up was this much, there's a good chance in the future we can see a similar size leg. So this was the one leg up right here, the second leg up, and price is attempting to reach the mid 90s. So I'm looking for the mid to high 90s for a potential target. It looks to be right around 95, 96. Again, is it guaranteed? No. Think of this as a zone. So let's go put a rectangle box over here. So let me see if I can draw something like this. Think of this as a zone. So we can go up, maybe give or take a couple points. So think of this as a zone. So we could maybe reach 88, maybe even 103, but most likely 95 before we see some sort of large correction take place. So again, traders are looking to take profits right around this level. It will most likely lead to some sort of drop. Maybe not a crash, but I'm expecting at least some sideways trading. I'm expecting price to at least stall out at this level. It's very rare for price to just blow through a target. Most likely we will see a drop from that level. So expecting some sort of correction to take place at this level. But other than that, I mean, price is still very bullish. It's staying above this EMA. You can see that price had a decent drop, but it was still very bullish and it recovered. Most likely this will continue higher. You could even draw a little trend line off of those swing lows, and price is still above this trend line. It just looks very bullish. This is a very strong trend. Every correction basically since August has been above the EMA and been minor. So you see this was a minor correction staying above the EMA, another minor correction right here, another minor correction, and these are all minor corrections. So the macro momentum is to the upside, and if we have any short-term momentum, the macro momentum is so strong that it just reverses that short-term momentum. So unless we see a very big shock in the market, then we will most likely just continue trading higher. So if we see a big shock, maybe something like this. So see how this was able to get below the EMA, a big drop. If we see something like that, that can change the course of the trend. But even this drop right here was a quick crash right at support, and then price immediately reversed higher. So you want to see a sharp impulse down followed by a small move up, which will signal weakness by the bulls, and that could lead to more downside. So that's what I'm expecting to occur at these higher price levels, at this mid to high 90s. So I'm expecting a sharp move down, small consolidation leading to another sharp move down, something like that. If we don't get that and the price is still very bullish and wants to continue trending up higher, then we could see price maybe trade sideways, take a break, and then rally higher. So those are the two most likely situations to occur over here. I don't expect price to just ignore it and then continue to trend higher. That is one possibility, obviously, but I don't expect that to occur for Palantir. It's because this is getting to be a mature trend, and I'm looking for a decent sized correction. We haven't seen a decent sized drop for a while now. You can see that this last drop, let's measure it from this high to the low, was about only 29%. And since then, the drops have been very small. This was 11%. This one right here was about 10%. This one right over here was about 16%. So we haven't seen anything more than 20% basically since August. So a bigger correction is coming. So all I have for Palantir on the daily chart. Let's take a look at the weekly. Just a more summarized view of the price action. You can see that it's getting a little bit overextended from that EMA as well. Whenever price gets overextended for the EMA, On the top or bottom, it will eventually pull back to that EMA, just like over here. Price was overextended, came back to that EMA. Same thing right over here, came back to the EMA. Even towards the downside, price was overextended on the downside, came back to the EMA. So we're getting overextended. Near a measurable target is not a good sign. That's throwing some red flags in the air. So that's all I have for Palantir on the daily and weekly charts. Most likely we will continue moving up higher. This is a very strong trend. Very difficult to pick tops. Most likely you will get it wrong. For example, let's say you thought this was the top right over here. Let's say that you thought that was the top. And then you don't know what's going to happen on the right side of the chart. So you take your profits and look what happens. Price continues moving up higher. So let's say you think this is a top right over here, and you don't know what's going to happen on the right side of the chart, and then price continues moving up higher. And let's say you thought this was the top right over here. This is the highest point as of right now, and most likely what do you think is going to happen? It's probably going to be taken out. Why? Because the target is still in play, a very strong trend, and I think until we see a strong move through that EMA, we're not going to see price continue to trend lower substantially. So all I have for Palantir on the daily weekly charts is the Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.